Hi guys, welcome to my build introduction for the Airfix 148 scale Supermarine Spitfire Mk.Vb. This is my next build. It's going to be a quick one in between packing boxes while I'm getting ready to move to our newer house. And it's a break from doing large scale 1/32 scale kits that I have been doing. So this is the box lid artwork showing a Mk.Vb shooting down an enemy aircraft over the Mediterranean, based with Malta. It's a Royal Canadian Air Force version. And on the next slide we can see 5 images, CAD images, showing some of the lovely details that this new kit comes with. This kit was a new tooling in 2014. It offers 2 versions, and one is for the aircraft flown by Pilot Officer Robert Wendell Buck McNair, DFC of the Royal Canadian Air Force, with 249 Squadron, that's the Gold Coast Squadron, and used in Operation Spotter in Tarkali, Malta, March 1942. And the second version is for BM597, which is a restored aircraft in the colours of number 317, Polish Fighter Squadron, and this is restored for the Historic Aircraft Collection and can be found in the Imperial War Museum in Duxford, England. What's in the box? Well, we have a large bag with 5 grey sprues containing a smaller bag with 1 clear sprue, an assembly instruction booklet and a sheet of decals. The decals are in good register, they're matte finish, there's 0 carrier film, and they're really thin and nice, typical Airfix. First page is in 3 languages, British, French and German, and gives some history and specifications. The second page is in Spanish and Sweden, and again gives specifications and history. And then sheet 3 is assembly instructions in 12 languages. So sheets 1 and 2, stages 1 through 16 are for the cockpit assembly, assembling the tub and then assembling it into the starboard side fuselage of. Parts 17 to 19 are assembling the fuselage, and then the rear upper engine canopy cowling. Sections 20 through to 25 are the wing assemblies, putting the internal wheel well walls and struts in there, and then assembling the upper wings to the lower wing assembly. And then section 26 is assembling the fuselage to the wing assembly. Sections 27, 28, 29, 30 and 31 are all the control surfaces, elevators, ailerons, rudders and stabilizers. Sections 32, 33 are for the deep tropical filter assembly. And then we turn the page, and section 34 and 36 is for assembling the deep radiator housing unit. Section 38A and 38B are the 2 different versions of oil cooler units, depending on which version you're going to do. Then section 40 shows the tail wheel but being put in place. I won't do that until it's complete, final assembly. And then section 41 is for the wheel assemblies. You can have it either up or down. On the next page, section 42 is for assembling the 220mm cannons and the exhaust. Section 43 is for the propeller assemblies, 2 versions of propeller. Then section 44 is for assembling the gun sight. Next page, section 45 is showing you how to assemble the canopies. There's 2 options of canopy, and those 2 options also come in open and closed options. You can also cut out the door that's moulded in solid, and then there's another door, a separate component that you can glue in place if you want to have the door shown in the open position. I'm going to be having my canopies open and the door in the open position. Then when you've inserted the canopy, the last thing to do in that section 45 is to assemble the rear view mirror. So now we come to the last page of the assembly instructions, page 14, and section 46 is just for gluing in place the aerial mast and the dorsal upper light lens. And on page 15 is the first option of colour markings, decal markings for the Royal Canadian Air Force Squadron, which is the one I'm going to be doing, and that is in a it's in a dark earth and a sea grey colour. And this next slide is just a close-up of page 15, showing that Royal Canadian Air Force colour sheet, painting instructions and decal instruction sheet. And then the last page of the old booklet is page 16, showing the other alternative colour scheme and markings for the Polish Fighter Squadron for the Imperial War Museum collection in Duxford, England. So let's check out the sprues. This is Sprue A, and on Sprue A we have both of the fuselage halves, and you can see if we zoom in there's some nice rivet details around the engine cowlings and recessed panel lines. I have noticed that the recessed panel lines on this model aren't as wide and deep as they are on some of the Airfix kits. So this next slide shows Sprue B, and on here we have a lot of the control surfaces, a bulkhead, the rear wheel, aerials, wheel well walls, seat, instrument panel, and the inner wall sections. There's the inner wall sections close up of the cockpit, showing some nice little detail there, pipe work, etc. There's the instrument panel, part of the seat, the wheel well housings, and a bulkhead and a cockpit door. And then this shows the rudder, upper engine cowling rear, and this shows the horizontal stabilizer halves. So this next slide shows Sprue C, and on that we have all the wheel assembly components and bulkheads, the exhaust stacks, wheels, propeller assemblies, the pilot, and there's the pilot parts goes up, propeller parts. There's a tank that goes into the cockpit area. It's a propeller, and struts there for the wing assembler. There's some bulkheads, the wheels, cannons, exhaust, some seat parts. This is Sprue D, and on there we can see another alternative propeller. There's some bombs which we don't use on this. It's more exhaust, cannons. Here's a close-up view. There's the ailerons on the left, the cannons on the right. There's the bombs and the alternative propeller, and then some of the under fuselage parts. Sprue E is the wings, the lower wing part and the upper wings, and then the tropical filter housing components, as you can see there close up. You can see lots of nice detail, nicely recessed panel lines, and if you haven't noticed already, there's zero, if any, flash on these parts. They're really crisply moulded, nicely moulded, and you'd expect that. It's only a 2-year-old tool this year. So this final sprue is Sprue F, and this is the clear sprue, and as you can see there's 3 options there of hoods. You can have them closed or open, and looking closely at them you can see that they're nice and clear. There's no marks on these clear parts. They're nicely moulded, so I'm happy with that. So yeah, this is going to be a next build. I'm looking forward to doing it when I get a chance to do it, and I hope I can get an update within the next week or so, in between packing boxes. So that's it for now, guys, and I'll see you at the build update number 1 for this build when I get around to it. In the meantime, thanks for watching this. If you have, thanks for any comments you leave, always appreciated, and I'll see you at the next video, build update number 1. Tally-ho, guys, and chocks away.